Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and I am here with another quotation, educational quotation, and thoughts number 3. So there's a playlist if you want to check them out. You can check in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed. Of course, you're always welcome to comment, either if you're watching on YouTube down below, or you can always send me an email. Also, if you're interested in my personalized tutoring, private tutoring services, shoot me an email. If you're going to take one of my Udemy courses, which are listed on the website, or if you go to Udemy, always send me an email so you can get a coupon, because I can send you a coupon, but they only last for about 5 days, so I can't just keep one up all the time. So you need to send me a request, and I can send you a coupon to save you enormously, generally somewhere between 50 and 70% off. So it's great. Here's the quotation: an education isn't how much you have committed to memory or even how much you know. It's being able to differentiate between what you do know and what you don't. It's knowing where to find out what you need to know, and it's knowing how to use the information you get. And this is William Feather, American publisher and writer. So it's a longer quotation than what we've done previously, but don't worry, we're only going to look at a little bit of it for now. I could probably go on and on and on, and maybe I will go on further than you'd like. We'll see. But I do want to touch on a few points, and you can let me know what you think of it as well, or what you extract from this particular quotation. I think it's great. First of all, learning is not all memory work. So there are things that you want to memorize, like facts and formulas and key concepts, but it isn't just memory, 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 which is sometimes what happens to all of us, including myself. Sometimes I get frustrated because I can't remember certain things that I really want to remember. I tend to remember things I don't need to, like what I had for lunch on Manitoulin Island back in the 1990s or 2005 or something, and not something that I really want to remember academically. So that does happen, but it's not all about memorizing. It's about knowing where to find the information and then what to do with it. And that's the essential part of learning, and that's what he's saying here. Also, knowing how to interpret the information and to network that knowledge. In other words, connect it with other um, material that you've learned before. It can even be in other disciplines, but there's overlap, and our human experience is overlap. So science is not just science. Economics isn't just economics. Math isn't just math. Literature isn't just literature. They're all interconnected. So that's important. It also helps you to remember more. So it's a different kind of memorization rather than just memorizing a list or some mathematical formulas. Not accepting only the ideas that you already agree with, but broadening your scope is very, very important. Look beyond what you already think you know. Sometimes we feel that we know something, but do we really know it? Have we really looked at it from all angles? Have we turned it inside out? It's a good idea to go in with an open mind so that you can discover maybe what you think is correct, but then again, maybe it isn't, or often it's somewhere in between. Pieces are correct, but other things maybe not so much. So being able to differentiate between what you know and what you don't is very important. That's directly in the quotation. Again, what do you actually know, and are you not really certain of? You've kind of gone along with this for years and years and years, maybe even decades if you're my age. Um, but what's the proof? Where's the evidence? Is it just something someone said a long time ago and you just kept believing it? So be willing to be wrong, very important. Willing to challenge yourself. I think that's the real learning component. Don't just copy, even in your own words. Sometimes teachers or you get a worksheet and it says, say it in your own words. That's okay, but don't just copy the information, even if it is in your own words. Learn to use it. As Feather says, it's knowing how to use the information you get. So it isn't just memorizing it. Sometimes it isn't about memorizing it at all. It's learning what can you do with this new information that you've just received, and how do you connect that, as I say. Simply regurgitating information is not true learning. So sometimes people, I was actually listening to, it was actually a video call-in show the other day, and someone called in and it sounded like they were reading from a script, but at any rate, they were definitely just regurgitating what a whole number of philosophers have said over the years. But where's your point? What's your idea? It's okay to use others. Obviously, we learn from everyone, but just regurgitating a bunch of information that you've read or you've heard before, that's not true learning. It's not true discovery. I want to hear what you have to say. Also with essay writing, a lot of students will just put in a lot of quotations from various texts, and that's supposed to be the essay. No, what's your argument? It's supposed to be your argument, not all these other people. And you can use them obviously as evidence or proofs or backup supports, but I need to see you in the essay. I need to know what you're thinking and how has your thinking changed. So learn to think critically, reason, use logic, and solve problems. That's how you really learn, because you're changing. And some things might stay the same because you've learned them a long time ago. They're still stable, they're still correct, but then you're always learning new things as well and solving problems and being logical about it. Does this make logical sense? Does it follow from the evidence or the proofs? And here's the thing, the more you learn, the more you'll be able to learn because you'll be building that network or that web of knowledge, and it will just keep expanding and expanding as you work on it. And you might surprise yourself. You'll be reading something that seems to be, it may even just be a fiction novel, and all of a sudden you make a connection with something you were doing in science or geography or history or some other area. It's like, wait a minute, what? And then you can check and say, does this novelist know what they're talking about? Does this sound reasonable compared to what I've known before? That's just one example. There's lots and lots of academic overlap as well. All right, there you have it. That's my take on William Feather's quotation. Let me know what you think of your take or what you think of learning in general. Are there any famous quotation, well, or even not famous quotations that you really like that in some way refer to learning? It doesn't have to be necessarily directly related to academic learning, but any quotation that has some essence or connection to learning, I think is excellent. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Pushing that little button does not hurt at all. Don't forget to let me know what your thoughts are, either below if you're watching on YouTube, or you can send me an email. Also an email if you want a free information meeting to learn more about my private tutoring services, or I could just send you information as well, or a coupon for any of my Udemy courses. If you want to do that, you can check out the list of Udemy courses on my website. That link should be in the description below as well. All right, it is Ron from L.T.L Tutoring Central. Have an amazing day. Keep learning, keep having fun. Bye bye for now.